Goodyear run flat tyres. Now, I am not a fan of run flats. These are 245/40 R18, and I've just got to say, my experience with run flats hasn't been great. I have a history with BMWs. I've had quite a few of them, with and without run flats. And there's an E70, so 2007 onwards X5 that I had that I want to tell you about. This is on a 5 Series here with low profile tyres. And yeah, well, let's start here. The tyres are low profile, which means in order for it to be run flat, the section here, I mean, they're not tall. It's got to be really quite solid so that it doesn't, that's the whole thing of a run flat, is that the wall is thicker, so if the air comes out of it, it can stand up under its own strength. But the catch is that you get a much harder ride. And that's what my real complaint is with run flats. No doubt, you know, my wife drives this car, so it's awesome that all she's going to get is a warning on the dash, and she can just keep driving, doesn't have to change a tyre, etc, etc. Absolutely great from that point of view. But if you do get some sidewall damage or something like that, it can be different. But it also does mean, now this car, the 5 Series, does have a little spare in it. The 1 Series right there does not, and they've both got run flats on them. What happens when cars get a little bit older? I bought a 3 Series BMW 2005, and it had 4 non-run flats that had been replaced onto it. Now, people do that not only because they're way cheaper, but also because the car rides so much better. This car, the 5 Series with these run flats, when you hit a gutter or hit a bump, you feel it's thump thump, it's bag. It has a real harshness to it when it comes to hitting bumps. Like if you hit a pothole in the road, it feels like you've broken your mag wheel. It just hits so hard. The E70, sorry to waffle on, to get back to that, I changed the rear tyres. This is a rear tyre here on the X5 from run flats to not run flats, and it transformed the car. Just the thud and bump and harshness. We were living in an area in New South Wales. We were on backcountry roads, and it just transformed the car for the better. It got so much better. Now, mind you, old run flats that are worn out, obviously the rubber's gone hard and they're not as flexible as new ones. But still, getting those run flats off, again, that E70 had a spare tyre, so you can take them back to normal. Run flat rims, my experience of what the tyre people have told me, you cannot put a run flat tyre onto a normal rim, but you can put a normal tyre onto a run flat rim. So you can actually switch these out. More complicated with the 1 Series, 3 Series, that's a 2006. These guys that don't have a spare at all, what I did in that other one was just get the can of the pressure pack stuff that you can spray into it to blow the wheel back up again. A bit similar to a run flat. If it's just a minor, like a nail in the tyre or something like that, it'll get you going and keep you going. But my little cars, I don't normally range too far from home. If I'm going to do any big trips or something like that, it's in this car, which has a spare, and I would much prefer it that way. But this just has 4 brand new run flats on it, so that's all good. So there you go. Why I don't like run flats, it has totally, I get the convenience thing. That was the cat just ran in front, don't worry about that. But you do have a very big trade-off with the harshness. It's just the hitting the bumps and feeling it. Particularly that E70 had 4 old tyres on it, and I replaced the rear ones. The front ones didn't quite wear out. But yeah, a huge difference when I switched to a normal tyre. Just so much more comfort and so much, the car just felt so much better not having that harshness to it. So there you go. Run flat tyres for a guy. If you've got a spare in there, for the amount of times, it's incredibly rare that you do actually get a flat. You can manage with that, or even having the bottle of stuff to blow it up as well. And for a lady, yeah, maybe so. Because let's face it, the huge big tyres on the back of that X5, my wife wouldn't have been physically able to lift that tyre off and on and change that tyre, so she couldn't change the tyre anyway. So run flats were pretty much a necessity. There you have it, run flats and why I hate them. Given the choice, I will always take them off and put a normal tyre on. It's not just because of the price, It's because of the harshness of ride and how old and how hard they get, especially when they get old.